Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the United Nations. Tonight we gather to discuss a pressing matter. Scientists have recently discovered that in approximately 2 years, the gravity on Earth will reverse, making it a repulsive force and causing life on Earth to change as we know it. Presenting the eye, the solution to the survival of the human race. In 2 years' time, the Earth's gravity will become a repulsive force, pushing everything away. And this is an example of what would happen if we did nothing. But scientists have found a solution and are requesting approval to commence Operation Alpha. Today, we introduce you to the eye. To begin, we will go to Dr. Ward, our structural engineer, to hear of a possible solution.
The eye is a structural loop that will orbit the Earth and sustain all life that can no longer survive on Earth's surface. Scientists have discovered that if we freeze the Earth down to its cores, we will be able to keep the Earth intact so that it does not break apart from the repulsive force that is soon to occur. The Earth is frozen and we have no available water sources. We are able to create heated sections of the Earth and drain water from it down to the eye and use it as our viable water source, as you see here in this demonstration. The first 2 years of survival on the eye, there will be no atmosphere other than inside the buildings that are created by us, man-made, and inside oxygen providing suits. The suits will be able to wear from going from one building to another, producing oxygen from the pack. The wearer will be able to breathe and talk through mouthpieces and hear through earpieces. But essentially, they're only for transportation from one building to the next, inside the homes that we will create, and in other buildings, communications and recreational. There will be inside atmospheres that produce oxygen enough for the human life.
30 10-ton generators 7 feet off the surface of the Earth. About every 17 million kilometer squares, a generator can be found. Constructed from QT 100 steel, the generators are able to withstand the low temperatures of minus 40 degrees Celsius. Graphinated nanocarbon tubes are attached from the generators and drilled to the core of the Earth. Cryogenic liquids are pumped through the tubes and freeze the Earth. Made from sp2 bonds similar to graphite that are stronger than sp3 bonds of diamonds. The eye itself is built from graphinated nanocarbon materials and is reinforced with steel and titanium.
Now, we go to Professor Hendrick to have a better understanding of the science.
In order for the eye to sustain Earth-like life, we need to create artificial gravity here and bring it up to a constant speed of 8.27 times 10 to the 3 meters per second to create life-like gravity. In order to keep the eye around the Earth, we must put it into orbit like a satellite. Here, in order to put it into orbit, we need a speed of 2.89 times 10 to the 9 meters per second. Artificial gravity. Knowing our constant speed, giving 1 hour to put it from a starting speed of 0 to our constant speed, giving a time of 1 hour, 3,600 seconds. Using this equation, we find that the acceleration we need is 2.3 meters per second squared. Newton's third law will be applied once we apply a force on the eye, putting it into artificial gravity and orbit. To put it into orbit, we are given a 1 day time period, 86,400 seconds. Knowing that its initial velocity is 0 and that its constant velocity, we must get it to 2.89 times 10 to the 9 meters per second. We find its acceleration gives us 3.4 times 10 to the 4 meters per second squared. Knowing its mass from the previous equation, we find that it gives us a force of 5.1 times 10 to the 11 newtons in order to bring it to its constant velocity. Knowing the constant velocity we need to be in orbit and the distance between the eye and the Earth, determining the frequency is 1.88 times 10 to the minus 4 hertz, knowing that we need to maintain this constant frequency in order to stay in orbit. Newton's first law. What is at rest will stay at rest. Its artificial gravity is at rest. Its orbit is at rest until we act upon it with this force and this force to put it into motion, and again to put it into motion.
We thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the United Nations, for your time to listen to this pressing and urgent matter, and hope you can take our solution into consideration. Come on, Cassie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
Go.
The eye is a... What was it?
Oh my god.
Structural loop.
Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Go.
No, I'm not ready.
Oh my god.
It's going to be made from the same materials as they used to build the Death Star.
No.
Yes.
Graphinated.
Earth.
You know, it's the only thing that's going to be able to sustain the eye, though. Graphinated carbon nanomaterial, because that's the strongest and most flexible
We
thing
don't
that we
need
have.
strong or flexible, we just need rigid. There is no acting forces on it.
Man-made. And inside cryogenic suits. They're not cryogenic suits.
Yeah. Parlez anglais, s'il te plaît.
Oh, if it's going to be continuously moving and it's not a giant mass, then yes, we need...
There are no forces acting on it because there's no friction in space.
No, but-
Uniform circular motion is force net equals 0.
No, but then there's also the gravitational repulsive force that's coming from the Earth itself. That's going to
No,
be acting
because
on
in
it.
space there is no gravity affecting it. The only thing affecting it is a centripetal force.
No, but the
that is
gravitational
acting on it.
repulsive force coming from the core of the Earth, that's why
No,
we froze it.
no.
It's still there and it acts on
Yes,
it.
it's there, but it doesn't affect the eye.
Yeah.
Could affect the structure of the eye itself.
Yes, and we say it's built from strong material.
But I can say it's built from degravinated carbonized material. Because then it's really strong and flexible.
Built from extremely strong materials that hold it intact.
And
It is
then-
an Earth-like building simply orbiting the Earth.
Sorry, okay. Good need. Oh.
Good evening.
Okay.
Orbit. That's it. I'm done. Can I go to practice now?